man? Hope you guys are having a good day. You know what I'm saying? In here whipping the mom's Prius. You know, I ain't gonna lie. This Prius is good on gas. I left the house with a half a tank and I drove like maybe 70 miles and that shit just went down. If that was the Civic, I would have needed gas by now. But as you seen the title of the video, I'm working on a pit bike today. Pretty much just, you know, refreshing the bike. Ever since I put the new carb on the bike and everything, I only cleaned it once. So I think it's way overdue. And I think I put some hours on the bike, so I'm way overdue an oil change. Also, spark plugs. I need to do the spark plugs on it. Well, the spark plug, not plugs. It only got one plug. So I'm going home right now to go get that done. I need some screws. I need a nut for my seat because the nut for the seat that was on there, it fell off. And I just need some other bolts and screws just to help hold the flarings together because they fell off. Because, you know, as you guys can see in the videos, when I ride on the dirt, I ride that bitch. So right now I'm about to go home. I actually left the seat at home. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go home, pick up the seats, pick up a sample of the nut and bolt that I need, and go home, get some stuff done that I need to get done first, and then we can jump straight into it. But I hope you guys are good, man. Hope you guys are doing great. I know that the first couple clips that you see that last night, you know, I was out with the boys with the bikers. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't really, you know, film as much as I wanted to. You know, I'm still kind of getting used to, you know, getting in front of the camera, just doing my thing, you know. And that's just one thing that I want to talk about. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, doing this YouTube stuff is easy, bro. Like, it's not easy, you know. It's not like you just picking up a camera and just talk. Yeah, it's as easy as picking up a camera and just talking to it. But it's hard to gain traction, you know, especially when you're trying to slowly figure out, you know, your lane, you know. It's not like I have $1 million or a couple $1,000 laying around where I can go out and just buy motorcycles and buy cars that I have a passion for, or just buy parts, you know, just to, you know, work on stuff, you know. So it's kind of hard for me just to kind of, you know, come up with content and just do what I want to do, you know. But slowly but surely, you know, I'm gonna get there. You know, I'm still learning, I'm still progressing. You know, the most important thing is, you know, it's just you just keep trying, you know, just keep trying, just keep going at it. But I don't want to talk you guys' ear off. As you can see, I'm kind of in traffic right now, so I guess when I get closer to home, you know, I'll tap back in with you guys. All right, guys, so it's been an hour since I got back home, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. So one of the main reasons why I have the bike apart right now is I went ahead and checked over some bolts. I did it off camera maybe a couple of days ago, but the lower shock bolts was loose. This right here was loose, and the swing arm, it wasn't loose, but I got it tighter than it was. So far, that was the only thing that I found loose. There's some other bolts that I might have to go through, like this little engine support bolt right here. I might have to double check that to make sure that is good. But otherwise, from that, everything else was all right. But like I said earlier, I need to clean the carburetor and I need to do an oil change on the spark plug. One of the homies might swing by with his R3 later on. He needs to do an oil change, so I will be putting that also. But before I can do that, I need to clean up my little workbench right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, clean that up, and then we can jump straight into pulling the carb apart. Yes, sir. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me just clear up right here, and then I'll get back with you guys. All right, guys. So it's pretty clean. Not as clean as I wanted to, but better than it was before. But before I start, if you guys comment down below, if you know anyone or you yourself has a stock '08 to 2012 Ninja 250, I have stock clutch levers and mirrors. You guys know I removed my stock ones, and of course I took the mirrors off. So if you guys are looking for something like that, or you know somebody that might need them, link down, dropping down in the comments down below. But of course, you guys see me taking this apart a million times. Of course, 10mm bolt, and of course you got the nuts, and you know, the same old stuff. And of course you just, you know, take off the little throttle, you know, throttle thing right there. So I'm gonna just take that off real quick, and then I'm gonna bring it over to the bench. And yeah, I need to clean this too. This thing is filthy. You know what? I need to replace it, to be exact. But the main reason why I haven't replaced it, because of course you see that little thing right there. I guess it's a breather for the motor. So that's why. So I think I'm gonna just clean it or get a new one and just drill the fitting in. As you can see, this, I think this fitting is even coming out. But yeah, I'm gonna just take that off real quick, guys, and then I'm gonna bring it over to the bench and just start the cleaning process. All right, guys, carb is out. Pretty simple. So the next step is to take off those screws. Of course, one is missing, but yeah, just to take off those screws. Oh damn, this shit leaking. But yeah, take off those screws and then we can start cleaning. All right, guys, so there we go. This is how inside of a carburetor looks. So the next step is, you know, you take out these jets right here. What I've looked online is, you know, if you want to get better performance out of your carburetor, you can go ahead and switch out the jets for bigger and smaller, but I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to go into much of details with that, so I'm gonna just stick with the stock one. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these apart one at a time and get the carb spray and then pretty much start cleaning. All right, guys, so like I said, if it's your first time doing this, it might look confusing, it might be nerve-wracking, but it's not as bad as it seems. What I would highly recommend is when you're taking out these jets, I will highly recommend you take them out one at a time if it's your first time doing it, you know. So let me see. Let me find the little screwdriver sets that I got. I should have them over here. I don't know where the hell they went. Yeah, here we go. Is it? Yeah. So if you have one of these laying around, these should be fine. So let me show you guys just for, you know, example. God damn, this thing's slow. All right, let me do this one. So the big one, I guess I'll use a socket for this one, but for the small one, hope you guys can see it. So that's, God damn, bro, this is tight. There we go, just like that. Oh, that. So you see how small this jet is? Let me put this back in here before I forget it. I don't know why this keeps falling out. God damn, boy. Hold on, give me a second, guys, you know. We ain't cutting nothing. Damn, this shit's embarrassing me, boy. Get your ass back in there. Woo. Hold on. I got it. I got it. I think I don't got it. I don't got it. I don't know what's going on right now. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, but small little jet, not too bad. So what you can do is got the carb spray. Let's clean it out. And if you have an air compressor or some form of like air, I will hit it with the air compressor also when you're done. But that's pretty much the basic of you cleaning the carb, you know. You just not much to it. Let me get the socket for the third one. Oh, it's 8. There you go, size 8. Just like that. Alright guys, just like that, it's all done, all tightened up. So for this big one, this was an 8mm, and of course the small one, of course I use this little small little screwdriver. So let me clean this one out right here. Then we can go ahead and throw this back on. Just like that. Little Phillips heads right here. 1, 2. I need to get another one, but that's for another day. I ain't tripping off that. So I try to do these in like a crisscross settings. I ain't got the other screw, but should be good. And this screwdriver's ass, bro. I need to get a better screwdriver set. Alright, man, just like that. Got a freshly clean carb. So, about to throw this back on the bike and then move on to the next thing. The next thing is to pull off this clutch cable and clean it. So, gotta loosen this, take the clutch cable off, and it should be good. Alright guys, so just like that, carb is already back on. So next step is this clutch lever. So as you can see guys, this clutch is just way too stiff compared to, maybe it's not a great comparison, but it just feels a little bit too stiff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can pull the cable off and hit it with some WD-40 and see if that frees it up. Or you know what? Let me try to spray some right there to see if that kind of helps. Because I can't do this with 2 hands, guys, so give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. So I sprayed a little bit. It feels better. It feels better. So I think I'm gonna just spray it a little, spray it some more and see what I get. But the next thing after that is I have to go to Home Depot because I need to get some nuts and bolts, because the nut for my seat, it fell off. So I need to find that and take that to Home Depot to see if I can get another nut. And I need to find, like I said earlier in the video, I need to find nuts and bolts for these 2 brackets right here to help support the flaring. And that's pretty much it. So after that, I can completely put the bike back together, which I can do it in like 30 seconds. So I'm gonna find that seat and find out how much nuts and bolts I need to get. Then I'm gonna run down to Home Depot and find those. Yeah, so let me go do that and then I'll tap back in with you guys. So bad news, guys. Put the bike back together and try cranking it so I can build some fuel in the carb. Fucking motor locked up. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, guys. Really, I don't know what happened. It's like I cranked it and like for a split second, like it lost compression. Like there was nothing. I got 2 more cranks out of it. Then after that, like the motor just like locked up. So, fuck. This is gonna be fun. I think I gotta take the motor apart and figure out what happened, guys. But luckily, it's a small engine, so I can maybe take my time and knock it out. But it is what it is. So I guess it's either it's gonna need a rebuild or something, but I ain't tripping off it. That's why I bought the bike, guys. That's why I bought the bike, so I could learn to do stuff like this, you know. And it's a good thing this is a small motor. Like literally, guys, like from looking at it, it seems like the only thing I do is take off this front piece right here, and then I can access the piston and see what's going on. If push come to shove, if it needs a rebuild, if parts are cheap enough, I'll get the parts and do it myself. If it's gonna be a hassle, I'm sure a drop-in motor for this is maybe like $400 or $500, which is not bad. But I'm gonna tear into it right now, guys. Fuck it, let's get it done. Let's get it done. I'm already here. Let's get it done. First thing is first. Let's figure out how the fuck to take this shit apart, man. Bro, I want to be mad, but at the same time I can't be, because, bro, this shit is crazy. I don't know what the fuck happened. Bro, only thing I did was crank the shit and this shit just locked up, bro. Word of advice, guys, when shit is not broken, don't fix it. Because nothing was wrong with the car, but I decided to clean it. Fuck, man. Bro, this is crazy. All right, so I guess the first thing is I'm gonna do is see if I can take out this little air chingas right here, and I think it's just these two bolts right there, and then start attacking this front portion right here, because it's just this bolt right here, this bolt right here, I think, and I think there's one more. I think so. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just take out the whole complete motor, because the way I wanted to do it seems like it's not gonna work. So I already got the exhaust off, as you guys can see. So my next rule of thumb is it seemed like they welded this on there, so is either I'm gonna break the weld off or something, but this needs to come off, or try to bend it down enough so I can access some bolts. And so what's pretty much holding the motor is this long bolt right here. That's the only thing that's holding the motor. So what I think I'm gonna do is, so it's easier for me, is just take off this nut. Hopefully that helps and I can just knock it out and the motor will drop out. So I'm just taking off everything that's surrounding the motor, anything that's going to be attached to it, like the clutch cable right here, of course, these right here, and just pretty much anything else that's going to hold the motor up. Of course, you know, these are sprockets right here, and any connectors that's going to hold the motor up. But for the most part, we get in there. It shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't be that bad, but I'll keep you guys updated. All right, guys, so I got the trailing arm off. So the only thing that's pretty much holding this motor right now, as you see the motor is sagging, is this last Allen right here. This is the only thing that's holding the motor right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and the motor should be out. All right, guys, just like that, got the motor out after all that fighting. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm pretty much gonna clean up the area, clean up everything right here, gather all the parts, tools, everything, and just see if I can start disassembling the motor. All right, guys, so this is where the motor is gonna be sitting. Hold on. Yeah, this is where the motor is gonna be sitting until tomorrow morning when it's a little bit bright out. I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, guys, like I said, I don't know what happened, but we figure it out in the morning. My bad, guys, the video took a whole different toll than I was expecting, but it is what it is. Like I was telling myself just now, this is one of the main reasons why I bought this bike, is to pretty much learn, you know, how to do stuff like this, you know. So it is what it is. I'm not tripping, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video anyways. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell up, and stay tuned. Who knows, this might be a perfect opportunity for me to do like a big bore kit or something with the bike. But if you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments down below. But without further ado, man, I'll see you guys in the next one. I found the problem, guys. What the fuck is that? Alright guys, so it's the next morning. Like I said, I found the problem last night. This nut right here was stuck in my exhaust valve. I don't know how it get there. So what I'm thinking is maybe came from somewhere over this side. Hopefully it is. Worst case, if that's the case, you know, I just gotta take the stator off, and I take, the cover off and the stator right there, and look in there. Hopefully that's where it came from, because the last thing I want to do is buy all the parts and start putting the motor back together, and this nut right here was important, and then it causes even more damage, so I'm gonna take my time. I know a lot of people, they don't want to do this. The cheaper option is to get another motor for it, but the motor is fairly simple. Like, all you gotta do is go on YouTube, just like I did last night. I spent almost hours on YouTube last night trying to figure out how to do it and stuff like that. And so what I'm thinking is, the cylinder itself, it has some light scratches, but nothing too deep. So I think that the cylinder itself should be good. I think it should be good. Even the piston, I don't see any heavy scratches on it. There's that big scratch right here, and maybe some scratches. Yeah, maybe it has some scratches, but maybe worst case scenario, I just get new piston, new cylinder, of course, a new cylinder head. But most importantly, I need to find out where this nut came from. So I don't have all the tools with me right now, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the motor to work tomorrow, see if I can get an impact, zap it off, take it off, and see what I see. Hopefully it's something on that side, something fairly simple that I can replace, because the last thing, like I said, I want to do is put this motor back together and then something else happens. But for the most part, guys, you just gotta make light about a bad situation. I could have been mad, I could have done other stuff, but it's a learning process. But otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.